Welcome back, everybody, to another gear review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the LCI 5-gallon military jerry can. This specific one is a water can. As you can see here, embossed on the side is water. These are somewhat available at Army surplus stores, stuff like that. You can get them on Amazon. There will be a link in the description if you're interested when we're done here. But let's jump into some stats on this. This particular jerry can is 19¼ inches tall. They listed it as only 19 inches tall, but it's actually a little taller. And the reason for that is when you look here at the base, this base is bowing out a little bit. It's not flat. It's not 100% flat. And that's pretty common with these LCI cans. All right, so it's 19¼ inches tall, or 48.89 centimeters. It's 13½ inches across, or 34.29 centimeters, and it's 7½ inches wide, or 19.05 centimeters. Okay, empty weight is about 5.46 pounds. Now this is a 5-gallon container. I believe that's right around 20 liters. It is, if you look on the base here, let's see if I can find it. There it is. Number 2 on the recycle thing. I'm sorry. I realize I'm a little off camera. Right here, it's HDPE plastic, BPA free. And on these, if you look, you can find embossed right here is a little dial. Let me see if I can get that on camera. Right there. And that will, nope, the one we're looking for is right here. And that'll tell you the manufacture date. This was manufactured in 2020, 4th month. Okay, and to tell if it's an LCI versus another manufacturer, if you look on the back here, right here, it says manufactured by LC Industries, Hazelhurst, MS, that's Mississippi. So that's where it's made. Okay. You might be saying to yourself, wait a minute, you do bushcraft and outdoor stuff. Why the heck are you talking about one of these? Well, you know, I'm doing my camper setup for my truck, and I bought this at a local Army surplus store because I just need a way to take water out there. All right, so overlanding, you know, RVing, all that, these have their uses. All right, now one of the things about all these kind of cans is the cap. You got your primary little pour cap here, okay, and this is a air cap or a breather. All right, now one way to tell an LCI from the other manufacturers is if you open this main cap here and you flip this over, there's the air bleeder right there. It's set up to where you cannot remove it without breaking it. All right. Now, some of the common problems you can run into with these. Right along the bottom here, you see this seam line? If you're picking one up as military surplus, you want to open that main cap and hold this up to the light and make sure there's no holes anywhere along this seam or on the corners here, right here and here, because that's where it'll have a hole if it was really abused. All right, prices on these really vary. Around $52 new, depending on the color. They come in 2 colors that I've seen, OD green and desert tan. But you can get them used as cheap as like 37 bucks at an Army surplus store. I think I paid right around 38, 39 for this one. All right, now The reason they're called jerry cans is because of this square shape with the handle. And that goes back to World War II. The German Wehrmacht military actually designed the first jerry cans, and they got their nickname jerry cans, Jerry for German. Real simple, real straightforward. The U.S. Army kind of adopted the design, didn't change it very much. These plastic cans like this one started coming in the late 70s, early 80s, when the Army switched over to plastics for canteens and water cans and for all that. Alright, so that's pretty much all the info. These are very rugged. They're very tough. They can take a lot of abuse. But at the end of the day, I don't recommend the LCI can. And I'll tell you why. First thing is, see how it rocks? It does not set flat, and that's because this base is all bowed out. It's not flat. I think that has something to do maybe with their mold. I'm pretty sure, because I can't imagine them, you know, screwing up this bad, but, you know, whatever. A lot of military gear is made by the lowest bidder, so it happens. This particular one, the only way I can keep it from leaking is if I really crank down on this lid. And I mean really crank down on this lid, which you need a special wrench for. I will have a video, other video I'll be posting at the same time as this one, covering the wrenches as well as the main competitor to the LCI, which I recommend the competitor over this. But sometimes for the price, right around 30 bucks, you know, it's availability and price a lot of times. At the time when I was getting this, it was right in the middle of the beginning of the craziness around the coof, and I was like, you know what, let me grab one when I was at the surplus store. Now, since I've had time to get used to it and look it over, I found a better alternative, which there will be that video up too. So all in all, what I got to say is, you know, if it's all you can get, all you can afford, you can make it work. It's just not the best out there. And that's all I got to say about this LCI water can. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on my other videos.